So picking up where we left off, we just created a protection group and it assigned a VM to it. So what we're going to do is say we made a mistake and wanted to add a second VM to it. Let's go look at our protection, find that protection group. We can see that we can actually edit it, so we'll go ahead and do that. Again, it takes a moment while it checks with the source, in this case Kingsman 1, our vCenter, where we got our virtual machine assigned previously. We can edit this, do the same kind of filter like we did before to find an additional VM, say one that was supposed to be included in the protection group. We'll go ahead and go select it. And again, we can page down and see different things like the name of the protection group, the policy it's assigned to, even review the policies that are being assigned or used. We can see the storage domain that it's assigned to, and then go ahead and save it. At this point, we're now going to protect 2 objects instead of just the one. Now what if we wanted to just go ahead and back up now instead of waiting until 8 o'clock tonight, which is the way our policy or the protection group was set up. So we'll go ahead and select Run Now. It'll take a moment while it's sorting out exactly what is supposed to be included in this particular backup job, if you will. And it'll show us it's going to back up 2 objects, in this case for prod VM tier 0, and we're going to go ahead and select Run, and it's going to go ahead and start the run. So we waited a few minutes. We can actually see that the job is started at this point. We see the start time today at 4:30 instead of the 8 o'clock. We see the running status, and we can go explore a few other things while we're here. If we open up the protection group, we can see that the job is running. Again, we see the start time, the data read, data written, success or error, success and error counts. We can look at the audit trail to understand what has been done to this protection group. We can review the settings if we wanted to from here as well. Again, it takes a moment to load. We can see that the source is the source that's specified here. It'll give us a list of the objects, a count of the objects in this case, that are assigned to this protection group. We can review the policies, the storage domain, all of that kind of stuff like what we've talked about previously. We can see the consumption. In this case, because there's no prior backup, there's no consumption report to show. After backups have been established, we'll start to see the consumption in response to this protection group as well. We could cancel the run as well if we wanted to. If we drill down into this particular instance of the job, we can see that there's 2 VMs assigned to the 2 objects it was referring to. We can see the start time. We can see that the duration is a couple minutes in. So it's working with VMware, doing the handshaking it needs to access the virtual machines, to set up the backup job, all the normal stuff that you would expect at that point. While we're letting that run, we can go look at a previous job for a different protection group, but a similar kind of thing. It was backing up VMs from the same source, in fact, one of the same VMs. We can see in our previous run, such as yesterday, May 7th, that it ran successfully for 4 minutes, didn't have any problems. We can look at the audit log and actually see the messages that were issued during the course of the backup, just to kind of do a trust but verify to understand if things were behaving the way we were expecting them to.